After 2 amazing years, the Milk Cup and the Milk Cup Academy will not return in 2026.
That is what over 200 ladies heard yesterday in the Gonna Need Milk Discord server when they announced that the very popular women's-only LAN tournament, the Milk Cup, will not be returning. There are some conspiracies as to why it is not returning, but the main one that I am hearing is because Nina and Vader won the Milk Cup. If you don't know who Vader is, if you don't know who Nina is a female player for Xset. She dated Reed. They're no longer together, but Nina is a queen in herself, so let's not talk about that. But Vader is a trans woman who went through the process to play the event. I would like to preface that Vader has always been trans, so she did not go into the Milk Cup for free money, as people would say. But because of the controversy behind them winning, the sponsors backed out of the event. I would really appreciate there being no political debate in the comments. This is not what this video is for. This video is to bring awareness to the women's community and why we are all upset that the Milk Cup is no longer being a thing, and how and why we could, or what we can do to bring it back or do some whatever form of event for the women. The Milk Cup brought together a lot of female players. It honestly helped crack a lot of female players out of their shell and brought them into a competitive environment that we thought we would never see so many women be a part of. For me personally, I know that the Milk Cup helped inspire me to, number one, keep grinding the game, because there are some really nice, genuine female players out there. I will say that there are some really toxic people, but that's just in any community. You have to expect toxic people because that's just the way the world is, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't like that, but it is, whatever. But number two, I really, really wanted to make it to that LAN. The first LAN event was on my birthday in 2024, and I remember watching it from home, and I'm like, gosh darn it, like, I wish I was there. I did play in Qualifier 1. I did make it to Main Event 1. Unfortunately, we did not qualify. Qualifier 2, I did not make it past the open stage, I'm not gonna lie. And then I just did not play Qualifier 3, and I regretted it like everything. I did not come back for the Qualifiers 1 in the second Milk Cup, but I came back for Qualifier 2, and I played with one of my favorite duos ever, Gabby. She was brand new to female comp, she was brand new to Fortnite competitive, and I remember how excited she was to compete in her first Milk Cup because she saw how inspiring it was online. And then she decided that she didn't want to do it anymore because she had lost motivation for the game. So in Qualifier 3, I played with Kaylee, and we ended up almost qualifying, but we got keyed by Daya in our last game because she's a GOAT, so GG's only. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I was not good enough to make the LAN, and that's fine. We all start somewhere. I wasn't good enough. I'm not going to sugarcoat that, but I wanted to grind to get better. I saw the second Milk Cup, and it looked even better than the first one, and the fear of missing out really hit me when I was doing a watch party on my stream that day, and I was like, I really got to make it next year. This looks so much fun, and I have some pretty close friends who did make the LAN and attended the LAN, and they said that it was one of the best experiences that they had ever had, especially for a gaming thing. And not only that, apparently all the girls were like really chill and friends with each other during the event, which is what I love to see, because sometimes online we are a little harsh to each other and we get into some arguments that we shouldn't. We'll put it that way. I know a lot of girls, including myself, have been really wanting to grind for next year's Milk Cup, and a lot of them had already found duos and even started up scrim servers. My friend Kelsey, she set up a server called Royal Crown Reset, and my friend Cherry Girl set up Cherry Girl Scrims because they were dedicated to doing whatever it took to qualify for that Milk Cup LAN. I do fully understand that the female comp scene isn't as good as like FNCS. And not all of us are crazy at the game, and it's not as fun to watch sometimes because we're not as good as the men. But the Fortnite female comp scene is good for the game because, number one, Fortnite brought exposure to it, and number two, more females were starting to get into competitive and were starting to come into the spotlight. Like Frantic, Canary, Somerset. Like, Somerset was already there, but like she got more spotlight from it, and that helped bring in people like Frantic, Canary, Nina, Vader, people like them. It also brought out people like Kitsunat and Panda, who nobody knew of before the Milk Cup this year. They were literally non-existent in the scene, and then they came out of nowhere and started dominating because they're just really, really good players. If the reasoning for the sponsor backing out is true, I just want to send you guys a quick message. No hate, but actually it might be a little hate. Oops. But I just want to say that thanks for giving up on the female competitive community because of some hate. It's unfair to the girls that have grinded all year for this, and it's unfair to the girls that never knew the Milk Cup was a thing and wanted to try it out this year and never got the chance to. It's also unfair to the girls that never got to go to the LAN. So, love you guys. Thanks for doing this. But on a more light note, seriously, thank you, Milk, for creating this tournament. I know myself and all the other girls really do appreciate that, and we're all truly devastated that the Milk Cup is no longer a thing. Now, with that being said, I have something that I do want to share. I, myself, obviously was devastated that the Milk Cup no longer existed. So, I made a status, and I was like, on my Discord, and it said, all this grinding for nothing, no more Milk Cup, with a little heartbreak symbol. My friend Darth Wacko reached out to me, and basically, I'm not going to say everything that he said, but the gist of it was, like, you got to try to make an opportunity happen. Like, you got to make this happen. Like, nothing's going to happen if you don't start somewhere. And he was absolutely correct. So what did I do? I went into Clix's Twitch stream, got his business email from his panels, and I sent him a very kind email explaining everything that happened, and I will read it out loud to you guys right now. This is my email. I said, hello, Clix. My name is Gwenky. I'm a 24-year-old female who plays Fortnite competitive thanks to the Milk Cup. As you may have heard from your female exec queens, the Milk Cup has unfortunately shut down. Supposedly, the reasoning is because the sponsor pulled out because of who won the LAN event and the drama it caused online. Us women, including your exec members, have been grinding almost non-stop in anticipation of another Milk Cup LAN. As you can imagine, this is heartbreaking for all of us. Some of us never got to experience a Milk Cup because we either didn't know what the Milk Cup was, or we just weren't good enough at the time. Guilty as charged. I believe that women and anyone women identifying deserve to have a tournament dedicated to them away from the toxicity of the general Fortnite competitive community. This is why I am emailing you. You are one of the only people that I think could pull this off. Oh wait, you are the only people that I think can think of that can make a new Milk Cup happen. It's basically the same thing. It could even be called the Exit Cup if you wanted. I know the women in the Fortnite scene would greatly appreciate if you did this. Thank you so much in advance for taking the time to read this, Gwenky. So then, of course, one of my other friends was like, well, do you have a backup plan? Because what if Clix doesn't buy into this? So I emailed the CEO of Logitech, who happens to be a woman. And here's what I said to them. Hello, Annie Jo. My name is blurred out because my name, but online I go by the name Gwenky. I am reaching out to you today because I am a female Fortnite competitive player that played in the Milk Cup. If you don't know what the Milk Cup is or was, it was a tournament designed for women and women identifying people. It was created so that we had a safe space to compete in. It included online qualifiers into a LAN championship that recently took place at TwitchCon 2025. I know Logitech has a huge connection with the gaming community. This is why I think you are perfect to reach out to. The Milk Cup was recently canceled for 2026 and beyond. Supposedly, this is because of who won the event. The winners were Nina and Vader. Vader is a trans woman who happened to win the event. Due to the backlash they received, the sponsors pulled out. Women in the Fortnite competitive scene have been grinding almost non-stop for this LAN event. They want the Milk Cup to continue. As a female player myself, it is unfair to see an opportunity go away, all because the sponsor didn't like who won the event. If you are interested in helping this event get back up and running, I would be happy to discuss further options with you. I'm not employed with Radiant or Milk. I'm just a girl who loves Fortnite and wants to see opportunities for my friends and fellow female players continue to happen. Thank you for reading. My email is blankety blank 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 if you would like to discuss things further. Gwenky. I understand and I know that I am not a large creator with a large platform, but I feel like I have a decent sized platform. And if I have the chance to utilize it, I'm going to take that chance to utilize it and bring opportunities to people that deserve them. And I think this is a great way to use my platform and try to help bring the Milk Cup or some form of it back into light. I would love to see these females continue to grind, including myself, but we need a reason to grind, and the milk cup was that reason. It was that why. It was the why of why these girls continued to grind so hard. It's the why of why these girls started to stream. And honestly, so many lifelong friendships were formed because of this. And I don't want to see that go away. So if you guys support me, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like it. And please, 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 please send this to Clicks, Logitech, anybody that could make this event happen. Because I want the women to continue to have a platform. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a woman. I'm saying this because they deserve to have a platform. I will catch you guys later, and thank you so much for watching.